Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming to you with yet another edition of Into the Void. Today we've got a game between mellowtang and Frei on Catalyst, the latter edition. In the top left-hand corner of the map, we've got the red Protoss player. His name is mellowtang. And in the bottom right-hand corner, it's the blue Terran player, Frei. I'm pretty sure it's Frei instead of free, although I suppose it could be an E sound there. Meh. Anyway, this is my weekly examination. Weekly examination of Bronze and Silver League level replays sent to me at falconpaladin@gmail.com with the subject of Into the Void. If you'd like to get your game cast by me, send it to falconpaladin@gmail.com with the subject of Into the Void if you're Bronze or Silver, and we'll take a look. How about that? No promises otherwise. These players are both Silver according to their loading screen portraits. Hey, do you guys know if that got fixed? It used to be your loading screen portrait just showed what you were best at, right? So if you were GM in Protoss, but your Terran was somehow Bronze, if you loaded a game as Terran, sure, you'd be queued against other people who are also terrible at Terran, but your portrait would be GM. Have they fixed that to where maybe these players aren't smurfing, right? That's what I'm hoping. Anyway, nice wall off, though, from Frei. Liking that very much. mellowtang has the gateway, but hasn't done anything with it yet. Not making anything and not making a cybernetics core. Too busy trying to harass on this side of the map, which a little bit annoying here. Oh, canceling the pylon. Wow. So mellowtang doing the right stuff on the other side, making a zealot, which is just, I'm going to go with utterly useless, I believe. Our zealots in the early game versus Terran, they're just not good. They're not good at defense, not really good at offense. Once they get charged, they're fantastic, but you got to have a cyber core first. Is that a cyber core? Getting a cyber core. All right, so the build's a little bit weird. Gateway, simulator, cyber core. If you need a build, if you are new to StarCraft, or you're not new to StarCraft and you're lost on this, how do I start games? You say, what buildings do I make first? Go to lotv.spawningtool.com. It will teach you builds. There's a whole section on builds by players who are better than you, but have created very easy to follow simple guides of how to play StarCraft, at least the first 5 minutes or so. Then from there, maybe it's on your own, but you can learn some very good stuff. All right, so for example, Frei needs to be making units. He's got a barracks, and that's it. He hasn't made a Reaper out of this thing, which you can do. He's got gas, which is fantastic. He hasn't made any Marines either. Also has an engineering bay early, which seems a little odd, and has not upgraded to an orbital command. Now, orbital command is a Terran's best friend. If you're a Terran player, you need to upgrade this at about 16 supply. Right in the top right, it will show you your supply. 16, 17 supply, depending on the build. Usually it's a 1 racks expand where you go 1 racks into an expansion out there and then upgrade it to an orbital command somewhere after that. That's generally the timing. A lot of gateways coming up for mellowtang. He knows another important lesson about StarCraft is to make a lot of buildings. Make a lot of production facilities. That's going to be gateways, it's going to be barracks and factories and starports and robotics facilities for all you Protoss and Terran players out there. But yes, just make things because your money's going to come in. If you're making workers at a pretty decent rate, as it looks like mellowtang is, holy smokes. Yeah, I mean, it's 25 to 25 harvesters. Both players are doing okay, although not currently making any. Absolutely zero workers, sadly enough. Reaper. Oh, Reaper moving out. It's a late Reaper. Actually, I already killed a probe. This Reaper's name is Hybrid. The only creatures in the galaxy able to go from indestructible to semi-able to hurt Kerrigan into being nothing more than a slightly improved Ultralisk over the course of just 3 campaigns. I guess that does explain the hybrids. Indestructible, kind of able to hurt Kerrigan, and then a slightly improved Ultralisk in the Legacy of the Void campaign. That's fair, man. That's a fair description of what hybrids have been throughout the StarCraft 2 campaign. Hey, if you own StarCraft and have never played the campaigns, you should. They're really fun. They're really fun. They let you play with overpowered units. I think my favorite example of this are the Immortals. The Immortals in the Legacy of the Void campaign are capable of shooting up. And you say, Falcons, so what? But wait, there's more. Shoot up as well, up and ground, and do splash damage to air targets. How's that for amazing? It's so amazing. Anyway, Reaper comes in. There's a shield battery back here keeping these probes alive. That's the problem with your little attacks, is the shield battery can heal them up. No big deal. Heal right past them. Did you just get... You did get Warp Gate. Okay, so Warp Gate's done. This Reaper is staying alive a lot longer than I thought he would. These shield batteries are really saving these probes' lives. I really feel like they'd be dead if not for those shield batteries. And pretty good control from Frei, not letting Hybrid die here. Sure, he only has the one kill of the probe down here in the south. That wasn't protected by anything. But he's doing all right. He got a nice scout off. He saw the number of gateways. He didn't see any other higher tech at all from the Protoss player and says, okay, I don't really have to worry about anything but gateway units, which I can handle. Although he does have a Ghost Academy. Why do you have an early Ghost Academy, Frei? Can you answer me that question? You're not doing anything with it. If you're going to get a Ghost Academy, at least get some ghosts. At least get a factory, which he does have, and make some nukes. At least get personal cloaking for the ghosts. You're teasing us right now with this Ghost Academy, which does look amazing. It's got a radar dish on there, I guess for communications. And then this thing goes up and down, even if it's not researching anything. Like, usually buildings don't have moving parts unless they're actively researching something like this. See that? Research, or building, right? Building or researching. But the Ghost Academy just makes movements regardless. I guess the Armory does too. Maybe it's not as unique as I thought in the Terran building arsenal. But speaking of communications, holy smokes. There was a Reddit thread about passengers who were flying during 9/11. And what happened? Did the pilot tell you there'd have been a hijacking, or did they just kind of say we're going back to the airport and landing? And it just opened a whole can of worms. That's one of Reddit's favorite discussions is 9/11. I think mostly, honestly, mostly because... Mostly because anybody that was alive and conscious during 9/11 has memories about it. They just do. And so everybody who sees that thread is compelled to answer. Maybe they won't, but there's a compulsion to do so. I know I kind of wanted to give my 2 cents. I was 17 or 18 in 2001. How old was I? I was 17 turning 18. I want to say. No, 18 turning 19? Yeah. Nope, 17 turning 18. All right, so 17 turning 18 in 2001. Am I right? I'm so 18 turning 19. One of the two. My math is just horrible, you guys. I'm trying to do stuff on stream. Anyway, I had a job I didn't really have to be up early for. I was working customer service for DirecTV at a call center. One of my first jobs ever as an adult was that. Adult, using the term loosely, and I think I was 18 years old. But anyway, I was sleeping, and my mom called, and I was living at home at the time, and I was like, why is the phone ringing? The home phone, right? Landlines. And so I answered it, because it woke me up, and I was like, what? And she said, turn on the TV. And I was like, what? So I turned on the TV, and it showed the World Trade Center burning, smoke pouring out of it. They said a passenger plane had hit it, and I was like, what? What is going on? I was still feeling very fuzzy because I was extremely tired. I'd been woken up earlier than I usually was. And then live, I saw the second plane hit. And that's where everything changed. At that moment, it was like, okay, something is going down. The world will never be the same. Whereas the first one, it maybe was just an accident, like a truly, truly horrible accident of some kind. Or maybe a single terrorist hijacking, which is still terrible, but multiple terrorist hijackings with multiple planes, which is unthinkable to that point. And one of the things that's interesting to know about the time before 9/11 is that hijackings usually resulted in the terrorists being taken to where they wanted to go, and that was it. And then everybody got released and nobody got harmed. This was the first time they'd really been used as weapons of destruction, right? Passenger planes used as weapons of destruction. Obviously, airport security has changed immensely in the time since then. Airspace control has changed too. And yes, I'm rambling at this point, but it's an Into the Void game. Not a lot is going on. But yeah, a lot of people had some amazing stories. And somebody actually posted a video to a lot of the air traffic controller traffic, radio traffic on that day, and it's intense. I mean, a lot of these people are going through that same procedure of saying, okay, something terrible has happened in New York, but we can handle this. And then the second one hits, and it's like, oh, okay, something's going on. Something bigger than any of us ever imagined is happening. So I might put if you ask for it, I'll put a link to it in the description if you want to listen to those. Again, it's not graphic or anything. It's just people talking about what's going on and trying to figure it out on the fly, right? All right, so mellowtang's here with a couple immortals. A bunch of Stalkers, Zealots. You've got High Templar 2 with the Storm. But guess what's coming? Battlecruiser operational out of Frei. So Battlecruisers coming in. Stalker count getting a little bit high for mellowtang, though. I mean, that's 10 Stalkers with +1 attack. Looks like charges being researched by mellowtang. Both players sitting on 2 bases at the 10-minute mark. You really want to try to expand faster than this. If you watch the pros, they'll have a 3rd base at this point in the game and done. And harvesting Zergs will probably have a 4th, honestly, depending on how things are going. Anyway, expansion timings. Also super mega important. A lot of missile turrets up for Frei. War Prism's going to have a hard time doing any kind of harass. War Prism hasn't tried, actually. I'm pretty sure the War Prism hasn't even tried to get in there. I think saw the initial Warp Prisms and got a little bit scared. So double Battlecruiser production, another starport on the way. The Ghost Academy has been used for literally nothing. Yeah, literally nothing. No upgrades from Frei. Also, you guys, get upgrades. Get upgrades. Get engineering bay upgrades for your bios. Amazing. Armory upgrades for your mech and your Sky Terran is amazing. mellowtang has a better handle on that. He's got the Forge. He got this pretty early, and he got the +1 attack, but has really been neglecting it ever since. And I know StarCraft is just a never-ending list of stuff you have to do. I get it. I really do. But man, this is how you get better, is being able to juggle all of these things, able to spin those plates. Spin the plates in a way so that none of them fall, and that's how you get to be real great at this game. If you ask my opinion, which maybe you didn't. Maybe you were like, Falcon, shut it. I'm not here for your opinions on StarCraft. Just cast the game. Fair enough, I say. Quite fair enough. All right, so we've got Stargates on the way for the mellowtang, maybe for Tempest. But why? I mean, he doesn't know about the Battlecruisers. He literally has no idea about the Battlecruisers. Zero understanding. Oh, this Hybrid was over here for like 11 minutes, you guys. Just, is there a 3rd base? No. Is there a 3rd base for mellowtang? No. Is it here yet? No. How about now? No. And then finally, a couple Stalkers come over and kill him, and the 3rd base goes down. So that should set off an alarm. Sure, he didn't see it happen, but Stalkers wandering over this way to clear the area should tell him there's an expansion. Warping in for mellowtang. It's a little bit late, but better late than never. War Prism finds a tiny area in which to warp in where the missile turrets can't get him, but there are so many tanks, the warp in fails. 6 Zealots have been killed, and I'm pretty sure that was all with that warp in. Ow. Ow, Zealots. These guys getting warped in a better position. They've got the charge. They've got the +1 attack. They could really use some armor upgrades. They already have 2 armor, which makes them ideal for tanking in attacks like this. So now here's the thing. I'm trying to decide if mellowtang could take this. With the immortal count that he has, 3 immortals, the bunkers are going to die. The tanks might be a problem. Ah, that is 5 tanks now. I don't know if you want to go in there with a ground army. I mean, not with a lot of charge zealots getting on top of this stuff real fast. mellowtang is sitting on 3,000, 1,000 resources, and he's got the available supply. Been doing a great job building pylons throughout this game. But oh, the Battlecruisers are here! Battlecruiser operational here at the 3rd base location. They are here to kill all of your things. Probes trying to transfer. Nope! Say the Battlecruisers not allowed. Not even close to being allowed. mellowtang is not bringing his army home. The army is here. Oh, recall. All right. Recalling to the natural base. Yeah, you don't want to recall where the Battlecruisers are because you do take damage in the recall process. When you're recalling in and waiting to fully arrive, you will take hits. So, yes, that's very smart. Battlecruisers enough. See, now here's the thing about Battlecruisers is if you warp them to their destination, they can't really get away that easily. They're very slow movement speed. They can't attack while moving. Somebody did say there's a rumor that the Battlecruisers in a future update might be able to move while attacking, which I don't think would really break the game that much, to be honest with you. No, trying to storm these guys. I don't know that storm is what you want to do against Battlecruisers. Their HP pool is real big, and storm does 80 damage, and they've got 550 HP. Yeah, as usual, and into the void when things start happening, nothing happens in the production tab. Making stuff is kind of secondary to dealing with this battle. I understand that, but also take some cycles. Take some mental cycles and go back and make some more stuff. You're both floating a ton of money, actually about 3,000, 1,000 each, which is funny. Quite hilarious. Battlecruisers trying to, yeah, again, they're just real great. The Stalker, oh, so they do have +1 armor. +2 attack coming in here too. Honestly, mellowtang just needs to warp in about 15 Stalkers. maybe make some Void Rays. Void Rays are actually really good against battle cruisers. Their ability to do bonus damage against armored targets does count here because battle cruisers are armored. Prismatic alignment, real fantastic in that situation. Upgrades again, winning the day for mellowtang. Still kind of making sure a third base can't really happen that easily for Frei. But Frei really shows no interest in doing that. Now, this is the latest patch of Legacy of the Void. For a little bit in Legacy of the Void, you'd be mined out so fast. Your main would have mined out probably about 3 minutes ago. Your natural would start to be mined out too. But as it stands, you're still doing okay. Okay, just there's one mineral field left for Frei. Maybe not as good. Maybe not that great. And look at this. I don't know about this Gateway army attacking into all these tanks and bunkers, though. Bring the Immortals. Where are the Immortals? I guess they all went home. All right, but actually the Zealot's doing okay for themselves. It's just the bunkers are a problem. The tanks on the high ground are a major problem. And Stalker going to die. Which they got 4 kills and 3 kills. Tanks, excellent job. Battle cruisers didn't even have to really show up, but that's where the Immortals would have been massive. The Immortals are so bad up here defending against battle cruiser. If they'd come down and helps with that, I think mellowtang wins that battle. Oh, here we go. Did I finish that thought? If you tactical jump, yeah, I did. So generally, you want to fly over here normally and then tactical jump home when you get into trouble. That's how Nathanius taught me how to use battle cruisers in a game of his that I cast. I was like, how does he make these viable? And that was the answer. Although the Stalkers, this is a good number of Stalker. I'm liking it very much. Sure, Stalkers are dying, but they are more cost efficiently killing these battle cruisers, I can tell you that much. Especially with the shield battery here healing. Wow. Is he actually individually target firing? He's individually target firing the Stalkers, you guys. That's really good stuff out of Frei. That is something I don't know the game really ever teaches you this, but this dates back to Brood War. This dates back to the early StarCraft. If you target fire individual Stalkers here, or individual battle cruisers, depending on what side you're on, and kill them one by one, it's actually better for you, because a unit that is injured, a unit that is all the way down at 1 HP still does full damage, but a unit that is dead does 0 damage. And so if you can actually kill units 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, you're going to actually win the battle a lot more easily. Okay, so the Immortals have kind of joined the party. There's one here. Anyway, the High Templar are not quite sure what to do. Frei is forced to retreat from his own natural base location. Some storm on the Marines that are trying to defend here too. Missile turrets going down. The tanks on the high ground going to cause a bit of a problem here. Stalker's kind of sitting back, lifting the natural base. Frei's in a ton of trouble. Frei is in all of the troubles right now. Ooh, and battle cruisers. Yes, battle cruisers. Trying to get rid of this third base. Trying to go tit for tat here. Storming on top of the tanks. Again, units that have a lot of HP. 175 for example. Not great against Storm. Or great against Storm, actually. Not great targets for Storm, but very good against Storm. Frei is in trouble, dude. He's mined out in his main. He doesn't have any other income to speak of. It is a 0. It is 0. Can the battle cruisers win the game single-handedly for our Terran players? Stay tuned for this episode of Into the Void with Falcon Paladin. More battle cruisers. That's all he's doing, man. He's got 8 battle cruisers. They don't have any upgrades to speak of, except for the Yamato. No, they don't even have weapon refit. I thought they had weapon refit. Nope. No Yamato cannon. All right, so, well, that's a pretty good Artosis pylon right there. Says most everything here. All right, shield battery, do some healing. Yeah, but the battle cruisers, yes, it's just too many Stalkers. Yes, the target firing strategy is good. I like what Frei is doing here, trying to get rid of the Stalkers one by one, but there are just too many Stalkers and not enough battle cruisers. But this location is very good, because not all the Stalkers can attack at once. Okay, enough of the Stalkers can attack at once now. mellowtang's micro is actually looking pretty great. Pretty decent. Should you be engaging here, Frei? I don't know, man. I don't know, man. Either way, mellowtang's making sure that Frei cannot expand out of this location. The battle cruisers could probably help clear this out, but they're busy doing other stuff. Honestly, if I was Frei, I'd bring the BCs here. Oh, free SCV. Whee! That corpse left a skid mark. Oh, is that a, no, don't go up the ramp. Going up the ramp is not good. Just contain. Just contain. The tank's down, though. Okay, maybe it was just a single tank defending. Maybe it's enough. Okay, Frei, you're in trouble now. You're in trouble now. The enemy is at your gates. Enemy at the gates. And the battle cruisers decided to go home. Okay. Should have done this probably a couple minutes ago if they could, because there's really not much anti-air here. It's a lot of Immortals and Zealots, and especially now the Stalkers are all dead. It's So it's going to be a bit of a race-type situation. Can the battlecruisers kill these ground units before the ground units severely and permanently cripple this main base? The answer is the battlecruisers will win. These zealots are scary. Yes, they have +2 attack. Yes, they have +2 armor. The SCVs really should not be engaging here against the zealots, but battlecruiser assistance is very useful. It is down to 10 SCVs, though, which is not good. And the zealots inside the main are slowly getting whittled down. They're going after some random targets. Ghost Academy, Factory, and Engineering Bay, which I don't think frei has used the Engineering Bay for anything to this point. No upgrades, that's for sure. Hasn't made a planetary fortress either. Missile turrets. Oh, okay. The Engineering Bay was for the missile turrets. That's what it was. All right, so frei has 2,000 minerals. He can expand a couple times. He is actually landing... Is this his natural? I bet that's his natural that he lifted up, kept safe, and now he's going to land at this third base location just north of his main. So it's 78 to 52 total supply. mellowtang actually needs to expand again. Has mined out the main and his natural base. Third base is happily mining, but it's oversaturated, and also there's a lot of SCVs that really should be doing more stuff. Idle SCVs. Get rid of them. There is a little icon at the top left of your screen when you're playing here that lets you click on idle SCVs and make them do stuff. With a Stalker Immortal attack. Oh no, this base is going to die for frei. Can't afford to lose command centers right now, dude. Okay, can't afford because allowed it to happen. Zealot chasing these SCVs into where the natural base used to be and hacking them to pieces. This Zealot, man, it is free hunting, free season for SCV time because guess where the battle cruisers are? The third base of mellowtang. Hooray! Cannon. Nope, can't shield battery out of that. This is a lot of battle cruiser. This is 7 battle cruiser. Poor shield battery, almost out of energy. Having a rough go of things. Meanwhile, stalkers decide to go inside the main base. I think frei just might be dead. Unless, I don't know, it's base race situation right now, isn't it? mellowtang only has 7 probes left? What? Okay. This is exciting. This is turning into a really, really crazy Into the Void game. I've had some great games. Some great games the last couple days. That TLO versus Clem game yesterday, if you didn't watch that one, go watch it. If you don't like TVZ, I don't care. Go watch it. It was really good StarCraft. From a 16-year-old French player, Clem, who was an up-and-comer, like an up-and-comer I've never seen before. And TLO, the established veteran German player, been around for so long. Such a great guy. Go watch it. All right. Yeah, frei's buildings, he is floating a command center, as Terrans are wont to do, up to the top right-hand corner, floating his other buildings. 2 here. mellowtang has a couple stargates. Oh, void rays are done. He did make some void rays. Dude, void rays. Join up with your stalker army, because I think your stalker army and your void ray army combined can probably beat these battle cruisers. I think that's what's going to happen. Handful of stalkers here with +2 attack. Oh, +1 shield and +2 armor. Gonna try to defend against these guys. Cannon says, bruh, no. Dead. Super dead. Stalkers need to get out where they're all attacking at the same time, but they're not attacking at the same time. One of the battle cruisers might end up dead, but no. No, it is not. It is very injured, but no. Oh, look at this. Look at this. What the heck are probes doing attacking building command centers? I don't know. I got nothing, man. Oh, run, probes. The battle cruisers are chasing you. Oh, they do manage to escape because they're so fast. Wait, no, what did you go that way for? Okay, they had Death Wish. They had a Death Wish is what happened. Frei is taking the top right-hand corner. He's got 3 starports. He's got an SCV. He's got mules for days because that orbital command has full energy. And the void rays are not doing anything right now. I think mellowtang forgot he had void rays because they're just sitting here at these stargates, enjoying the sights. I think that's what that is. Enjoying the sights. Stalkers heading up to the top right. That is where we saw the buildings going. mellowtang says. Gonna take these suckers out. Yes, you are. Maybe. Is there dead airspace? There's some good dead airspace up here. I think they can hide. I don't remember other base races I've seen on this map, where it was Protoss versus Terran. Very smart getting rid of this last orbital command, though. And by last, I mean there's another one being built in the bottom left-hand corner. Because of course there is. If you just lost command center in a location, once you've cleared out the enemy, just build another one. Okay, focus down. You got this one's burning. This one's burning. No, it's not. Now it is. Now get another one. Yes! mellowtang knows what he's doing. That one's burning. All right. I know this one's burning. Okay, great. We got it. We got this taken care of, but here come the battle cruisers. Sneak attack battle cruiser. No. Oh, there. No. Okay, pick off the wounded ones. Pick off the wounded ones. There's a couple here that are in the red. Don't take down the one in yellow. The wounded ones. Okay, one down. Focus fire. The ones that are red. That's why you gotta have health bars on it all times. Or even just health bars when units are injured. That's fine too. But then you could tell which these ones should be dead. Instead, 14 kills and 4 kills, respectively. Oh, 25 kills. Just kidding on the one that has 51 health. All right, Void Rays. 2 Void Rays versus 6 battle cruisers. 2 of them real hurt though. Maybe is this? Oh, battle cruisers trying to save the final command center. Poor Zealot. He's just trying to kill your building, dude. Leave him alone. The mobility of these guys is real good. Warp Prism. How is there a Warp Prism? That's beautiful. All right. I mean, shoot. Who's gonna win this thing? Place your bets. Place your bets. Is it Frey who's gonna win? Press F for Frey. Press M for mellowtang. I think the battle cruisers have this. The Void Ray. Oh, but no. But no, the Void Rays. They're sneaking down to this final building of Frey's. Frey needs to build an SCV and start making. Oh, but he's supply blocked. Oh no. Oh no. Frey is dead because he's supply blocked. Ah! All right, that's it. Battle cruisers are attacking, but it doesn't matter. Void Rays, Zealot, and Stalker in for good measure. Final building of Frey's is toast. And that's it. Frey's defeated. mellowtang is victorious in an insane edition of Into the Void. Wow. What a great one. What a great one. That was. What a game, says mellowtang. No kidding, dude. Did you send this in? You must. Oh, he did send this in because he's still here. Because he's still here. What a game. What a game. Definitely silver level. Some good decisions though. These aren't bronze leagues. These are not bronzies. We can definitely tell. And that's okay. That's totally fine. Whew. Resources lost. 20,000 for mellowtang. 18,000 for Frey. Pretty much only made battle cruisers, I'd say. He lost 6 Marines, 6 tanks, a Reaper. And that's it. It was battle cruisers all day, every day. Couldn't quite make it happen. If it was a straight up engagement, he wins. Right? Straight up engagement. He is the victor. And that's fine. All right. So that's going to be it from me. This has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of Into the Void. Go ahead and hit that like button. Hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch. All at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.
Broken and ashamed by what you have done. There is no redemption, and so you must run. And it's taken your heart and broken your soul. You cannot go back until you're made whole. And you're running into the void. You go searching into the void to find a place you can live, a place you can love. comes to shove, there's a light upon you, and you follow it on. Looking for a reason and a way to atone. All around you, the planets and stars. You're lost in a maelstrom of a great new unknown. And you're running into the void. You go searching into the void to find a place you can live, a place you can love. Is it just an illusion when push comes to shove? And you're running into the void. You go searching into